been there, I made it to the end. I know what it's like when you're filled with the light. The shame that's followed you has no room inside. Welcome to your Best Friend Beth podcast, the show where we dive deep into the journey of creativity, sobriety, and mental health. I'm Beth, and I'm here to share my personal experiences as a music artist and inspire you to pursue your passions with confidence. Whether you're chasing your dreams or working through life's challenges, this is where creativity meets courage and dreams turn into reality through honest conversation, uplifting stories, and the motivation you need to keep moving forward. Let's get started. All right, earrings and water, and I'm good to go. Thank you for being patient with me and enjoying yourself.
Yeah, you know how it is. I know how it is.
I would be similar, but it's not every day that somebody else, is as go with the flow.
Right.
And I will say an extra bonus is some people that are go with the flow are a little more annoying. They're a little too go with the flow.
Yeah.
And I find you to be perfectly comfortable
Yes.
to me. I love it.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, guys, you're with your best friend, Beth. I don't want to do that. Okay. You're with your best friend, Beth. I have Jesse DeVelis. I still did it wrong. Jesse DeVelis with
That's
me.
right. Yeah.
I've only known you a few years. Of course, I'd get your last name wrong.
It's okay.
All right, well, go ahead and tell me about yourself. Tell them about yourself.
Okay, yeah, so a little bit about myself. I was born in Massachusetts, born and raised, moved down south. I play music. I love playing music as a musician for the love of the art and the community.
Which is how we met, by the way.
That's right.
We met at his open mic in 2021. The end of 2021. It was the first open mic that I played guitar on stage.
That's
ever.
so true. Oh my God. Oh, the memories too. Yeah, Troust. Oh my God.
So you are a core memory of mine.
Aw, that was special. I don't know. What are a couple of things about myself? I love pizza. I just like to go with the flow, like you said earlier. I'm big on that, and I'm working in HVAC right now, so that's pretty cool.
All right.
Yeah.
I hear good things about HVAC.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
It's pretty cool.
I don't hear anything.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, is it? Cause it's air conditioning.
Yeah.
So one reason I wanted to bring you on today, number one, I mean, you're just awesome. You're worth a great conversation with and sharing with the world. But I know a little about your mental health journey, a little about your sobriety journey, and we can bond over that and have good conversation over that. So that's why you're here today, to share your beautiful little walk. And I'd love to start with, where did you find your transformation at? And it can be your transformation into the rock bottom or your transformation from rock bottom, whichever resonates.
Yeah. So where my transformation happened from, it was a lot of events that led up to it. And I guess I'll start with some key places. That way back 2017, I graduated college. I was married all in 1 year. My dad passed away that year. So, I started drinking, going down the line. I was ignoring myself and my people for a long time. And it was always in the back of my head. And a lot of memories, a lot of recaps of where I knew the transformation needed to happen was the bathtub, drunken nights with the shower going, and the whole night ended, and wishing that all of the drunkenness and all the bad decisions would wash away, and I still hadn't make the transformation. I just kind of ruminated on it, but I knew I needed it, right? And after a while, I just kind of snowballed and became worse and worse and worse, and I was just kind of really mentally, screwed up. Like I wouldn't even know how to say I need help. It'd be a lot of cry for help kind of stuff, and not know what's going on. So one night led to another, and then I wound up getting locked up because of the drunken blackout, and I was sitting in jail for a month and a half. And I was even still not trying to find the transformation, which was crazy. But after like about a month in there, I started recognizing, like, it's almost like a little light bulb turned on, or the sun started coming through the window to see the people in my life that were genuinely caring about me. It's almost like I was ignoring that truth. And at that moment, my sister is very pinnacle, and paramount to my recovery. She was fighting tooth and nail, and she has a lot of issues going on, and she was fighting every day to make it so I would get help. And I finally it was a me thing. It was I thought it was everybody else. It was a me thing to make that decision. Like, I do need this help, and it was like, I had this like self-reliance and pride in me that was like, I can get back out there and do it on my own. I'll be all right. I just need you to get me out of here. She was saying, no, you need to go get recovery and go to a treatment center. And long story short, my transformation started by just recognizing other people's care and love and help, and really embracing that, and really like honoring, like, wow, this is really happening, as opposed to me thinking that I have to take care of myself and nobody needs to take care of me.
Can we unpack that a little bit?
Yeah.
So was it like that you just didn't see it? Was it that you just couldn't see what they were doing was caring? Or was it that you didn't want to allow them into like that vulnerable place of yours, like to see that part of you? Like, what do you think kept you in that like box where you didn't want to let anybody in and like anybody show you they cared?
That's a great question. For me, so I guess the first thing that comes off my head is that the fear of losing, like, if I let somebody in, the fear of losing them, like that abandonment thing.
Oh man, yeah.
Like that was a big deal, and it was working against me,
and that resonates so much with me.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't tell anybody about my struggles, the depths of my struggles. A lot of people that I cared about knew the shell of my depression and things, and a little bit about the abusive relationship and the ups and downs with that. Nobody knew the depths of my struggles, like the depths of my thoughts and darkness. And I think I wanted the self-reliance. I thought that only I could help myself.
Yeah.
For sure. And I definitely knew, without a doubt, if they knew the darkness inside me, they would run.
Yeah, it'd be like, all bets are off.
And I would completely shatter.
Yeah, just be done with it. Yeah. And it was wild because, with my sister, I finally recognized in that moment, and my mom, by the way, my mom and I struggled in our relationship through the years because of just things that happened, right? External things that hit me personally, right? It was a personal thing. But she hit me up. She would call me every Sunday, and that moved me so much because, like, just that phone call, being in jail was like, man, this is terrible. I'm only stuck here with the, these four walls and these crazy people that are also sick and struggling, and all I had was my thoughts and despairs. And those were the ones, my mom and then my sister, they would just call me, get in touch, and it meant the world because I felt like I was truly alone, right? But I wasn't alone, like, and that was a transformative moment for me because I was so, it's like, that's, fighting against myself, being around the wrong people, even outside, even though the wrong people were also hit me up in there. I had to make a decision too on that end, like, even though their place of coming and reaching out to me is their own, but it was also very helpful. But what mattered the most was my family. That's my family.
Yeah.
And God, I've got a new perspective. I love what you said in the beginning about your perspective about, God, and you sharing with me the the key reasons why you love it, like your spirituality, is the family and the gathering and all those things. I had a skewed mindset of spirituality at this point, and that was another thing I needed to make a decision about. Like, am I gonna really keep doing this thing where I'm like all about myself and seeing my decisions and behaviors get worse and tumble and fall and go down this hill of just a lot of regrets, or am I going to make a decision to hand my life over again? And then this time around, because I went to seminary. I did all the logical things. Like, I could have thrown the terms at you earlier, but I don't care about that shit anyways either. It's like I don't. It's almost like it's hogwash. It's pointless to talk about. This is what's important, what you're doing. Which, by the way, I am super honored about to be a part of what you're doing, because it's so important to share it. Like, this is the transformation,
this is a part of it.
We're doing it. It's like putting it out there, but we're also having the therapy to show, like, hey, this is what's happened. I really do appreciate that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And I mean, everything you said is so important for especially the musician community, the artist community, to know, because we're artists. We have something divine inside of us, whether people identify it as a divine thing or not.
Right.
It's so important and so substance filled. It almost gives us a sense of arrogance that only we can control, only we know what's best, only we have the way to what's right for us. But man, it's like, we do have the way that's right for us, but it's a door that we open.
Yeah.
Like, it's our job to open the door, but we got to open the door to connection, like you were saying. I'm curious, do you think it's because you were in jail and you had no more ways to utilize that independent, stubborn, I got to do this on my own? Do you think it's because you had to let that shut down for so long, you were able to open that door to your family and let the connection in? Their actions had always been there, it sounds like, but you finally opened the door to the connection part?
Wow. Yeah, I love that question. Yeah, I definitely 100% agree. Yeah, it was me definitely being like, all right, man, enough's enough. Like, there's no more games. It was a game thing. Yeah, that's crazy you put it that way. Yeah, because I mean, you're right. And even as an artist, it's like, or a musician or somebody of the mind of creativity, right? It's like, oh yeah, I got the blueprints. I can figure out the game plan and use that mind. And it was definitely that type of a decision and a letdown, let the walls down, man. Like, and it still happens, but yeah, you're right. It was definitely something of that nature. Like, I need my people. I need you guys.
And deciding who's the people you need.
Yep.
It's easy to connect with the wrong people, especially when it seems like they're having the best of intentions.
Yeah.
But often enough, birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah.
The broken, parts of us often attract other broken parts that are similar. And I'm not saying like they're a broken person or we're a broken person by any means, but it's like that feeling of brokenness, the energy of brokenness, the vibrations of brokenness often attracts that. And we have to be able to say no to get out of that cycle.
Say no. Yeah, like sitting in our own poo, man. Hey buddy, you want some toilet paper? Nah, I'll be alright. Yeah, you're right.
Come and join me.
It'd be fun. This is kind of fun, right?
I love
that. Yeah, it's cool. We'll be alright.
If you could say, God, that's just such a great. I love that we had this conversation. If you could say there was just one thing that you could tell people from this particular story, one piece of advice, one action step to take, what would you say?
I would say if you're struggling, you're going through things and the mind is ruminating, going all over the squirrely, this, that, and the third, it is okay, and there is another side to that heart. There's peace on the other side, and it's all about taking that path. It's all about walking that road. That's what I've learned in my experience. Like, it's tough, man. That mind sitting down, isolating, all that stuff, it is very hard to get out of. but there are people that love and care about you and want to see the best for you. And delusion and our sick minds will try to tell us that that's not true. And it's all about taking a look at yourself and in a way that's compassionate, gracious, and with love, and take that pathway. Go down the pathway, the hardship pathway. Take that hardship to a pathway of peace, and be willing to do it. I mean, and it's all about being willing. And that takes time too. It's a tough one, man. It's like, I wish they even fixed it for the person. I don't even know who's on the other side. I want to fix it, but it's like that. Nope, it's okay. Just find that willingness. Listen, take that hardship and as a pathway to peace, and
And I'm learning, like you're 11 months sober.
Yeah.
I'm learning. So my toughest time was in 2018, and I got off of the hardcore, drugs and whatnot. And I'm finding that there's layers, no matter what. There's addictions that I had no idea you could have addictions to. And there's just layers to peel. And I'm finding that I'm having to let go of, I'm fixing myself, to I am becoming aware of how whole I am already. And the more I let go of, I gotta fix, the more peace there is.
Yeah.
And it's like embracing the journey is all it takes. Just the willingness is all it takes. And when I sit in that moment, there's so much peace and love and compassion and fulfillment that I didn't know could come without all of the accolades and success and money and everything I thought I needed to fix myself. I didn't know I could have that peace and fulfillment. But this moment right here is more fulfilling than anything I could have dreamed of.
Same.
And that's all it takes, just filling your life with these moments that are heartfelt, authentic, present-minded, fully in your body and soul at peace. Like, that's what life is meant to be.
Yeah, thank
None
God
of it
for
matters,
that.
right?
Thank God for that. In when I was in the treatment center for about 6-7 months, I couldn't understand in the moment. It was all like disarray stuff, but now that's another thing too. It takes time, like to get through the recovery. If one's mental health is to be needing the help, man, it's gonna take a long time. But once, like you just said, that moment, like this is very powerful. This is very sweet. Like I'm getting goosebumps talking about this. Like it's just a powerful thing to be with the mind again. In
the heart.
Yeah.
And the mind.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. The connection point. Yeah, because like that disarray and that feeling I had in that program I lived in was very scary. I felt like I didn't have any emotions anymore. I felt like a lot of apathy. I didn't understand somebody's issues, or like I couldn't understand. I could not connect. Like I felt very, very. I don't know. I just felt like a shell. I guess would be a way to say it. And boy, I'll tell you what. There's another side, and it's beautiful, and it's an everyday process. Even I'm currently. So I'll tell you where I'm at right now. I'm working on relationships, like interpersonal relationships, and what I try to do every day is understand, like, all right, if I'm getting somebody that is feeling a certain way about something I've done or my behaviors, like I'll pay attention to how I'm operating, and like, if I'm operating and that person's getting reactionary toward me, and I'm not doing it like it's like a science test. It's more like, how can I work on this relationship because I value this person. I would like to see how I am operating. And if I get upset about something, or there's an aggravation going on, there's a lot of friction, what I like to do is to take a step back and just kind of take some inventory. Be like, well, what did I do to contribute to this this blowout, this that and the third. Before it used to be, oh well, damn, they're the problem. Like, what's wrong with them? Like that they're projecting, right? That the terms on don't look this stuff up on Google, by the way. Like
you were victimizing yourself essentially.
Yeah. Or I'll victimize myself, and then I'll call them out saying like, you're projecting. You need to work on yourself. You need to do this. There's no need for me to say what you need. There's need for me to say what I need. If I need something, I gotta step back, you know, like listen to Theo Vaughn or something silly.
Yeah.
Like, but there's a lot of good truths in those little things.
Yeah.
It's all about me working on myself. Like, you know how they say, like, you gotta, like, be selfish and work on yourself? Like,
yeah.
It's such a funny thing because it sounds weird, but it's not, because once I start doing it for myself, to allow God to fulfill my needs and also to meet my needs where I can meet them, which is what I am in control of. When I'm doing those things, everything else emanates from that. Like if the law of attraction truly works.
Yeah.
I don't have to fight and toil to get somebody's attention. It's more like, do what I gotta do now, and what I can't do, see it in my mind, know it in my heart, and see it in my mind that that it's gonna get worked out, so long that I practice that willingness to get through the hardship and get to the path, get to the peace, because there's got to be a goal.
Yeah.
There's got to be a place that I want to get to, and that's why I use using hardship as a pathway to peace, because there's the hardship and then there's going to be peace. The pathway is the journey, which you talked about, the journey, the relationships. It's actually fun now. Like, you know, I mean, I get aggravated. I got into a blowout the other day with somebody that's very important to me. But did I allow it to sit in my mind faster? No, I take a step back and I'm like, all right, there's some things I gotta do if I want to have any successful relationship, I have to identify the pattern and I have to make the change. Otherwise, I'm gonna be lonely and get back in that bathtub.
Yeah.
With that shower head pouring out water, trying to wash it away.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I gotta do my work and leave the rest up to my higher power, which I call God, and and forget that self-reliance stuff, man.
So what I hear, in short, to make it real simple, if I'm correct in what I hear, the power and the control lies within yourself and working on your own needs. How can you get your needs met within yourself? How can you see your part in any of the relationships? How can you see your part in any of the challenges? And only focusing on bringing compassion and love and a willingness to take one step at a time to work out that process on the journey. And you're going to go where you're meant to go, which is you're meant for peace naturally. Because as you said, like the law of attraction, destiny, however you want to say it, you reap what you sow. Like there's plenty of scriptures that support it if that's your vibe. Yeah. Like that's where you're going to go if you just take that walk inside and take a look at what you can do, clean your side of the street. There's so many sayings that say it. Yeah. And that's all it takes. Like the power doesn't lie in trying to control someone else, manipulate someone else. We talked about that the other day. Yeah. Like, it doesn't lie in anybody else, and that's what's awesome because nobody can take your peace away now. No. And man, you're heading to somewhere really beautiful. This is you 11 months sober.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm so blessed. Like it's such a cool day. I'm excited to start helping. I feel like I'm in a good phase where it's like maybe I can help. It's like a little weird sometimes. It's like, ooh, I don't know. I still love my old behavior will be like, oh, that's popping up, being a little wild.
You being you is a help. Like you being you is impactful. Like you were telling me the other day about you playing music and having that core memory for that little boy, May,
Yeah.
And it's just like you as a musician, like you're no longer a musician who is an alcoholic and trapped inside of his own needs and shutting everyone out. Now you're a musician who is open to connecting and sending out that love and compassion that you're learning to give to yourself to other people, and that's powerful.
That is it's beautiful. It's what we need, man.
Yeah, for sure.
We need that.
Yeah.
We need that.
I think this is a good spot to end the show. Yeah. You got anything else you want to say?
I just want to say thank you, Beth, for this opportunity. I think this is going to go places for sure. And a lot of people need this. A lot of people need to hear this. You're making that step. That's courage, too. That's very brave of you. So
thank you.
I admire that about you, and thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it.
We hope you're on the lookout for Jesse DeVelis. He's going to be playing music in a city near you.
Come check it out.
Thank you for joining me on Your Best Friend Beth podcast. If you found value in today's episode, don't forget to subscribe and share it with someone who could use a little encouragement. Remember, we're all in this together. Whether it's your creative path, sobriety, mental health, you have the power to make it through. Stay inspired, keep pushing forward, and I'll see you in the next episode. The pain, the thought, the fight, the world, the chaos in your mind. Hold on, friend. I've been there, I made it to the end. I know what it's like when you're filled with the light, and the shame that's followed you has no room inside. And there's peace in your mind.